This is Rick Prokop, and welcome to Piano Power Lessons. Today we're going to carry on with our hemiola figures, but this time we're going to integrate triads into the mix. And with the chords, it's going to sound like this. So that's what we're shooting for. And aside from that example, I'm going to give you two others, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's not that long of a lesson. So let's map out the triads we're going to use. Start with an E minor. Now you can play either 5-3-1 or 4-2-1, whichever you're comfortable with. Probably 4-2-1. Anyway, that's our first triad. The second one is C major. The third one's going to be A minor. And the fourth one's going to be F major. And then as far as counting goes, we have this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. All right, and then as far as playing these, we're going to do a down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down. Then we're going to make a slight separation here and do a down, up, and then disconnect to 3 and 5 on the B and the D. And in the left hand, we're going to get a more modern sound, and it just shimmers more, as you'll see when we play it. So instead of having a C major 7th, we're going to replace that with a rootless C major 9th. Here's the major 9th and the 6th. And you have the 3rd and the 5th down here. So that's a rootless 1 chord. Believe it or not, that's a C chord. And then our 2 chord, instead of having D minor 7th, we're going to play a rootless D minor 9th. Okay, so we have this so far, and then we have this. Okay, both without the roots. And then our 5 chord is a G 13th. Here's the 7th, the 9th, the 3rd, and the 13th. And I put a G down on the bass. Sounds great. So all told, you have this. The 1 chord, then the 2 chord, and then the 5 chord, and then the 1 chord. So practice those because it's new and it might feel a little strange to do it. All right, with the hands together, we'd start like this. And when we get to this A, okay, of the A minor triad, that's where the D minor 9th chord comes in the left hand. So we have. And both wrists are going up at that point, all right? You want to get the wrists to do the same thing at the same time. All right, then we go on. And this is a down with both hands. So, down, down, up, down, down. And then you're going to make the separation, and then pick both hands up, and voila. All right, let's see how that would sound with the metronome at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a little faster at 92. 1, 2, 3, 4. And at 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. next example is going to sound like this. So let's take a look at that. So physically what we're doing here is we're starting with a down motion on the thumb, but we're not accenting this. Usually when you come down on a note with your wrist, there's an accent. So we're going to be careful and just play it gently. Just drop the wrist gently there. And then the second finger pulls us forward, and the fourth finger pulls us even more forward. And you want to accent that with a forceful motion of the wrist, which is taking the 1 pound weight of your hand and forcing it onto that note, creating a bigger sound. So we have E minor, then G major, then A minor, and then A minor first inversion, going up to this A sharp or B flat. And when we get up to that top note, make a separation to this G. A slight separation so you can come down on that G. See? So look. And then a separation. All right, let's just try the right hand alone because this is a little more complicated with the metronome on 60. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4. We're also going to change the G seventh chord, or the 5 chord, from this to this. The F, B, and the D sharp. And both of these chords were presented in Unit 4, Lessons 21 and 23 in great detail, and including a description of the scales that go with them. So you should really take a look at those lessons before you do this. You'll have a much better understanding of what's going on. All right, and the hands together is a little different than before. We're going to have this. And we're going to come down both hands on this C. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Watch again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, I'm at 76 on the metronome. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a little faster at 108. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now at this speed, you don't notice separations as much, but I made a little separation here so that I could drop here. But since it's going faster, you really don't hear it, but it's there. All right, our last example is fun. It's a little longer, and it goes like this. be using this triad, G, F, E minor, D minor, C major, D major in second inversion, what looks like an E flat in first inversion, what looks like a first inversion D flat major triad. All right, and let's look at how we're going to deal with this physically. So we'll start with up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So let's just review that again. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and up, down, 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 up. And you notice I'm using 4, 2, 1 on all of these triads. All right, now we get down to this D major triad, and we're going to go down, up, 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 down, up. Okay, here's the whole thing in slow motion. If you were able to watch Unit 4, Lesson 19, it was called Getting Around the Keyboard Using Dominant Sevenths. And it applies to this case because we're going to change the left hand. We're no longer going to have a D minor reference, D, F, A, C. We're going to change the F to an F sharp. And instead of D minor now, this is implying a D ninth. Okay, you have the third, the fifth, and the seventh, and the ninth of D. But according to Lesson 19, this is the 5 chord of the 5 chord. So now we have this tritone of the D7th pulling us strongly down to the tritone of the G7th. Okay? So that is called a 5 of a 5. You could also say this is an altered 2 chord. And then upon hearing it, everybody will understand what is actually happening there. And the particular altered scale that goes with this chord is also explained in detail in lessons 21 and 23 in Unit 4. All right, let's see what we're going to do with the hands together now. So right off the bat, start with a disconnection to the second note of the melody. So off, down. Make a separation there. Down. All right, on this D7th chord, we're going to play it with this D, and both wrists are going to be coming down. And you'll get a cleaner sound with this D7th if you leave this A out. And then we're going to come down on this A sharp, and both wrists will come down. Let's try that again. And then finish. All right, let's give it a try with the metronome on 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're finishing that last on that last chord with an up motion, right? Okay, we're at 92. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that should give you a lot of new stuff to work on. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.